6:36, we're putting a spotlight on the mom and daughter seeking solutions for those struggling with food insecurity. Now, this story takes us to an area a lot of folks with this topic wouldn't think about, Huntersville. Like many smaller towns and cities that surround Charlotte, well, it's not immune to rising rent and equal access to basic needs. It's why these two women are working to change that. Now, their story starts in this unassuming building that's off of Old Statesville Road. Check it out.
This is something that God told us to do.
For Sandra Marks and her daughter Kenya Joseph, that instruction came about 6 years ago.
We were watching a show on extreme couponing, and I'd never seen the show before, and watched how a family took $200 worth of coupons and they bought $200 worth of groceries for a family in their area. We looked at each other at the same time, and that's why we say it was God, because we both had the same idea that we could do this.
That was 2017. Hearts and Hands grew quickly, at times serving nearly 2,000 people in the Huntersville area, a part of the greater Charlotte area, not often thought of in discussions about food insecurity. With just a couple of years into the nonprofit, the two are faced with a challenge that no one truly knew how to navigate: COVID-19.
So that led to us starting our delivery service in 2020, which was a huge thing too, because so many people became even more isolated and cut off. And then last year, we also added an additional service, which is called mobile pantry. So we partner with the other organizations. We partner with some folks at Atrium too, to bring a little bit of a smaller version of our overall service directly into neighborhoods that have low food access.
And cars would line the block for Hearts and Hands. But the growth doesn't make the nonprofit immune to local issues. Housing shortages and rapid growth continue to drive up rent. That's housing and commercial.
In May, our landlord came to us and said he wanted to raise our rent, which calculated out to be 200%. So we were like, okay, we got to go.
But that conversation had already started, as that network of people that Marks and Joseph serve continues to grow. Which brings us to today. The mom and daughter are getting ready to move into a bigger building. The hope, though, is that their work doesn't stop there. It's why I asked them, what does future success look like?
To help other people, not just with food, but in other ways, with counseling, with mentoring. You know, we have an idea that we want to help people not just meet that initial need, because a lot of people have multiple needs.
And while this is where our story ends, well, Joseph's and Marks will continue. So they're going to keep up the work that they're doing, but they're moving to a bigger building that's off Chesapeake Road in Northwest Charlotte. They hope to see you when they reopen their doors in mid-October. Ben, Sarah, I'll send it back to you.